YouTube, Glow Yard Gang podcast listeners all over the globe, guys. Welcome to a brand spanking new episode of Cap and Crown, episode 25. No Chris Gatlin. Listen, man, it is your boys, man. We're back again for a brand spanking new one for your head tops, man. Here to talk about the things that we love, man. That's the NBA, whether it be new or old. So, you guys, we're glad you're here to join us. If you are new to the channel, into NBA conversations, do us a huge favor, hit that subscribe button. Join us here, man, every Monday and every Wednesday. Also, too, man, everybody, hit that like for us tonight, man. Let's get them likes up, man, for us. The engagement is starting to grow. We definitely appreciate that. I think the algorithm is kind of starting to build up a little bit. We hope it is, but we definitely use your help to continue to grow the algorithm by hitting that like button, y'all.
Please.
Also, too, man, y'all follow us over on our second channel, Cap and Crown Clips. All right, where we post all the short versions of the show over there, guys. All right, King, you ready to get to it, man?
All right, bro, let's do this.
Bro, you won't believe what I was told.
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 LeBron Lorenthal James had this to say right here, King. He says the NBA ring culture is weird. It's kind of funny, kind of fugazi. Not funny at all, like a ha-ha, but weird. Check this out, man. This is what he had to say. Let's put this in the people's face. He says Allen Iverson and Charles Barkley and Steve Nash, like, oh, they can't be talked about or discussed with these guys. It's because because this guy won one ring or won two rings. It's just weird to me. King is weird having these conversations about great players who did not win a championship. What do you think about this quote here by LeBron James, man?
You remember those old Ninja Turtle toys back in the day where they had like the mouths where it was like closed in the middle and like a mouth open on both sides or whatever. You see their teeth. That's what I think about when LeBron talks sometimes. He like talking out the side of his mouth. Yes, I do agree with what he's saying, but at the same time, I know why he's saying it. It's because what we talk about, he has 4 and the other guy has 6. So it's like, why are we counting rings? But at the same time, the other guys, the Nashes, the Allen Iverson, Charles Barkley, we try to tell other guys they're great players, just didn't get a chance to win a ring because of other players in their eras. So yeah, it's basically all I gotta say about that, bro. LeBron doing the whole marketing for himself. And I know we're gonna talk about other guys later on the day, but on other shows, they're talking about LeBron now and saying that he's part of the problem. Like, how could you say this quote when you kind of ring chased yourself when you went to Miami? But yeah, and that is 100% true. Again, LeBron didn't add context to that, but at the same time, I want to add context to those statements as well by these other networks. The reason he went and started ring chasing and went to Miami is because of the way the networks treated him. Those same people are questioning why he went to Miami and he had to have them on bulletin boards and stuff like that because of the way they pointed fingers at him and said he wouldn't be great if he didn't win a championship. So I just want the context to be, both ways or whatever. But that's all I got to say, bro. It's a good quote. Bron, it sounds like this is one of those towards the end of my career quotes where it's starting to get towards the end and you can see a finish line and he's starting to accept that he may not be able to get 6 of them, kind of like what Kobe was doing when Kobe was getting ready to leave. But yeah, bro, like shout out to Bron for saying it, but I mean, don't shoot the messenger. I guess he can say whatever he want to say, but he'll never be the GOAT. I know I just want to throw that little shot in there, but he'll never be the GOAT. But that's my guy though. Shout out to Bron.
Let me say this, kind of to piggyback what you just said too. Also, this kind of highlights what he was talking about, when he was on Pat McAfee's show. We talked about the fact of being the face of the league and all that stuff. What you just said, I think now, yeah, you could probably look at it both ways, like you said, where you probably saying this because you realize you ain't gonna get 6 rings or whatever, or you trying to save your legacy or whatever the case is. But on the flip side, it's some truth behind what he's saying, right? The fact that he talked about it on Pat McAfee's show. we talked about it before, how they focus on this culture nowadays, man. Like I said, if you ain't go 6-0, you trash. You know what I'm saying? And so we talked about how Jordan talked about that. He had that quote we talked about a month ago here on the show about him kind of saying that same thing. And so him talking about what he realized now compared to yesteryears, like you said, yeah, he was trying to get a championship and, ring chasing it to a certain extent or whatever back in the, 10, 15 years ago or whatever, right? But I think as he got older, I think he kind of realized, man, look, I've done what I can. It is what it is. Let the chips fall where they may or whatever, right? Because, a lot of times like you said, with the national media, they play, they the ones that hit you and then move their hand like they did hit you.
Yep.
They sat there and put the pressure on this dude to go to, like you said. I remember them conversations saying, "Oh, he ain't gonna be nothing unless he win a championship or whatever," right? And so then he goes and do it, and they're like, "Oh my God, why'd you do that, LeBron?" He's like, "Because you forced his hand to go do it or whatever, right?"
Yep.
And so that's why I say, like, man, I can see where he's where he's going with that. But at the same time, hey, it like you said, you could tell the writings on the wall. I think he realizes, man, he probably got about one more year left. If I had to guess, probably one more year left. This might be his last year 23, and then he's gonna probably go ahead and call it a career or whatever. Look, man, I think we said this before. I know this is if you're not first place and everybody think you completely trash, right? That's the area, right? Ones and tens. I always talk about that all the time. It is nothing to be ashamed of. You being considered literally a top 5 player in the history of basketball.
Not at all, bro.
Basketball has been around since 1615. Okay, so it is not a bad thing to be a top 5 player in a lot of people's eyes. Number 2 of all time or whatever, right?
Whatever, bro. So, being a top 5, like you said,
yeah,
that's incredible.
Just for sure, top 5, right? There's nothing wrong with that, right? But we gotta stop with this, man. Where you trying to control the narratives, man? Because that you trying to control the narrative is not swaying the audience anymore, bro. It's not swaying the audience. All you're doing is routing other people who defend you, and then routing other people who don't defend you, and then they're going at it online or whatever, right? That's all it does. It's not like you're changing the opinion of a lot of people. You know what? Not because he said that. You know what? He's my GOAT. It's not how that works, bro.
And I tell folks all the time, it's crazy, bro. Like you said, basketball has been around since 1615, like you said, and you may be watching, even if you don't think he's top 5, a top 10 player of all time play, like you said, from all those years, he's a top 10 player playing, and people find ways to hate on him. I'm like, bro, you don't understand. You're watching a top 10 player of all time play right now. Like, you should embrace that and be happy. And how many years has he played so far? What is it, 22 for Brian now?
So far, yeah, between 3
So if he would have went, let me ask you a question. If he would have went out of 22, he'd have went 6-18, right? Well, I'm sorry, 6 and what's that? 6-14, right? Or 6-16. Jesus, I can't do math right now. If he'd went 6-16, would he be the greatest? Say if he went to finals every year of his career, and he went 6, but he lost 16 of them. Would he be trash? Or like, do you understand what I'm saying? Like, that doesn't.
You asking me, or you asking what the people would say?
Yeah, you know what the people.
You know what the people gonna say.
You, like,
exactly.
That's crazy. Like, well, if he went.
Hold on. Did you lose at least one in the final? Oh, you're trash.
Like, well, if he went 7-15, say he went every year of his career and he went 7-15, they'd say, well, Jordan went 6-0.
Yeah,
that's wild to me, bro. Like, I don't get that, but people will fight. Up and down for that cause. So I don't get it. But I mean, the 6-0 is 6-0 until somebody gets 6. That's how I feel. Or somewhere around there where we can say, okay, it is what it is. But like, if somebody goes, like, so they used to use that 4-0 against Tom Brady at first when I used to watch football, and I was like, man, Tom Brady better than Joe Montana. I don't need to see anymore. And he had 3. I had him that early. I already kind of thought he was going to be that guy. And then I remember when he got the 4th one, they were like, well, he's not undefeated in the Super Bowl and all that. Then he got 5 of them. They tried to say, well, he still wasn't undefeated. Joe Montana went 4-0, and then now we know he got 7 of them or whatever. And it's you can't even like have a conversation anymore. But yeah, bro, that 6-0 is ridiculous. You play more than it would be if you only played 6 seasons. If Jordan only played 6 seasons in the NBA and went 6-0, then we would be talking something different. It'd be like, okay, he's just unstoppable. He went and got 6 rings, walked away or whatever like that. It was nothing. But it was all those other years that count too. You feel me? Like, I count him as well. Like, I love Jordan and all, but it was a lot of years he couldn't get out the first round, bro. Like, Scottie Pippen helped him out a lot, and that's not a bad thing.
You know what, man? People look at those other years as a blemish. I never looked at that as a blemish. I looked at that as building him up to get to the point that we know him of now.
Yes, that was
That's how I
the
looked at it.
journey. That was the journey, bro. Like the
Just
journey
like
of being questioned.
like it's not the same level, but I kind of look at it. I equate it to like how Dirk was, right?
Mm-hmm.
We saw the struggles, man. We saw the effort and the heartache. We saw the carrying job he put, right, and then once it paid off in 2011, right?
Yep.
And I kind of equated to that. It's like that to me. I think watching those players go through that immaculate that process in their career, I think that's what helped you to kind of cherish him a little bit more. He's like, yo, I seen him get to this point. I watched his career till he got to this point. Like, you can sit there and you can say that type of stuff, man. And like I said, you appreciate them a little bit more knowing what they went through to get to that point. And like I said, people don't like the journey, but they like the destination. They always focus on the destination. How did you get there?
I feel like, the opposite happens when you get success too soon as well, as far as hate, as we talk about, like kind of like Bron. Bron went to the finals early in his career and he failed.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't win the championship. So from that point on, it was, bro, you supposed to get there and you supposed to win now and whatever. And it's like, bro, I still got a journey to go through. We talk about Jason Tatum's and all, about the journey he had to go through. People call it a failure. And it's like, this dude is doing way more than most people in their careers. And we call him a failure. Luka Doncic or whatever. We still wait for him to get an MVP. And we like, damn, bro, like what else does he have to do? He's been doing so much so soon in his career. So it's like when you get there, you better be ready to start winning and taking over, bro. Because if you don't, they're going to hold it against you.
Then you trash.
Yeah, you trash, bro. And you can get there, like say somebody got there at 18. They lose it. They trash, bro. They ain't get it done. Like, damn, I'm 18 though, bro.
Nah, you should have got it done this one time and that'd be it.
Should have got it done.
While also getting it done, you need to do it every year.
Yeah.
Get there every year. Like, it's never happened in the history other than when Bill Russell was going. But
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So I compare again. Last point before we move on. Jordan won at 28, right?
Mm-hmm.
So 28 to 36. He was a champion, right? So he missed the 2 years. So basically, compared LeBron's 28 to 36. He's the second best player of all time. That's all I got to do, bro. Like, that's as simple as that. Like, if we want to compare the championships and the runs in the era, like, take Jordan that right there, and then take LeBron's is right there, the same age. And I feel like he's the second best player of all time. So I come to that opinion.
With that opinion added, bro, what was this brought to you by?
Maybe Fanatics.
Yeah, I think so. I don't know. Sure. Yes, it is.
This I Was Told segment is brought to you by the folks over at Fanatics. Fanatics is the world's largest collection of officially licensed fan gear from all the leagues, teams, and players you love the most, including WWE. You can earn fan cash to redeem when your orders, jersey protection for when your favorite player is traded or changes teams. They also have an unrivaled selection of authentic fan gear and Fanatics exclusives that are only available on the site. So if you need some merch and are interested in helping the channel, scan the QR code on the screen or follow the link, which is always in the description.
Check this out, King. I found this little debate, man, online. As you know, a major trade happened a few days ago, man. Desmond Bain going to the Orlando Magic. He already had the jersey on and everything. He did his press conference, so I know they excited over there, man. A huge pickup for Orlando, man. So it got me thinking a little bit, man. They said I found this on the interwebs. Today's equivalent of NBA's biggest trades. So they had 3 trades on here that if it happened today, this would be the equivalent to that if they came up with these trades. So check this out, bro. Let's go to this first one here. So you remember the Vince Carter trade to New Jersey? I know you do.
Yes, sir.
All right. So remember, Toronto received Alonzo Mourning, Aaron Williams, Eric Williams, 2005 first round via Philly, 2006 first round via Denver, and of course, the Nets got Vince Carter. So they're saying the trade equal to that would be if Trae Young went to Milwaukee. So Atlanta would receive Kyle Kuzma, Chris Livingston, Andre Jackson Jr., 26 first, 28 first, and 31 first. And of course, Milwaukee would get Trae Young. So they said in 2004, Toronto traded franchise icon Vince Carter after he had requested a trade. Carter, at 27 at the time, spent 6 seasons with the Raptors before being dealt for 3 role players and 2 future first rounder picks. He said it would be similar to Trae Young being 27 by next season, Atlanta's current franchise player being traded to the conference rivals after 7 seasons with the team, and the Nets pairing Vince Carter with 31-year-old Jason Kidd. The Bucks would be pairing Young with 30-year-old Giannis. What you think about this, man?
I see what they're trying to do there. The numbers match up and all. But first thing I thought about, it's crazy when I saw that, is that Toronto received more for Vince Carter than Dallas did for never mind.
Okay.
But sorry, bro. But yeah, I remember Vince Carter. They thought he was done. He was going through injuries and all. He didn't really want to play in Toronto. Had a second wind or whatever in New Jersey for a second with Richard Jefferson and what's his name? Jason Kidd.
Kenyon Martin.
Yep.
No, Kenyon Martin gone.
Martin was gone. Yeah, Martin was gone by then. But Trae Young as well. Not the same. Vince Carter was like an all-star by, what was that? They said Vince 8th year, 7th year, whatever like that. At that point, that was what he came 99, right? Vince was 99.
Yeah. No, 98. He's in Dirk's draft.
Yeah, Dirk's. He was. I'm sorry. Yep, 98. So that was 6 years he had been in the league. He was an all-star 5 years of those. So Trae Young hasn't been that many times an all-star. But I do think if they were to get Trae Young, though, that'd be a nice pickup. Like I said, they'll be forgetting. The league is forgetting what Trae Young is good at and how valuable he can be. So I think if you get him on a team where he just has to do the things he's good at with another guy, like absolutely. Trae Young is an incredible playmaker. So, I mean, it's a lot of teams I think that benefit from Trae Young. So this trade definitely, I understand.
One thing you did not mention, remember, the Raptors did receive Alonzo Mourning, but he didn't go to the Raptors.
Yeah, he didn't go there. He went back to Miami after that.
Yep, went back to Miami because that's when Dallas and Miami were both trying to get him.
Yeah,
that's when he had the kidney issue
stuff. I think. Yeah.
And then he kind of retired, but then ended up coming back to the second half of that. Yeah, and went to Miami.
They supposed to get fined for that, bro. I feel like they were supposed to get fined for that. I feel like that was a setup, wasn't it? Because did he leave Miami and go to the Nets? I feel like the whole season was like a quote unquote setup.
Well, no, I think he was a free agent. He went to the Nets.
He signed with the Nets and the free agents. Okay.
Yes.
And then the back
because I can't. I think I might be wrong. Maybe you can help me remember.
He signed with Jason Kidd and them.
I think he signed with them. Remember, I think Dallas was trying to get in on that too. Then he was he's gonna get traded. Then that's when he ended up they ended up releasing him or whatever with the Raptors. And that's when Dallas and Miami both got into the sweepstakes or whatever. I remember Dallas. I think Dallas tried to get him twice that year, and that's what, like I said, they had the kidney issue or whatever, and he ended up going back to Miami. And then of course won a championship that year, or in 06.
Yeah.
So yeah.
He got dunked on that year. That's what he got by Vince Carter.
Sure did. He with the. He put that shoulder on him in midair.
That's one of the greatest game dunks of all time, bro. That was nasty.
Easy.
Yeah.
Check it out, man. This is your favorite player, Relle and King.
Hey.
Your favorite player, jersey in the closet.
Okay.
The KG Paul Pierce Brooklyn trade. Remember this? Remember when when the Boston received Keith Bogut? Remember Marshawn Brooks?
Yes, sir.
Oh man, your boy Chris Humphries.
Said Blake Griffin. Joseph. Great value.
Man, shout out to Gerald Wallace too, man. High flyer. They got a 14 first, 16 first, 17 first swap in the 2018 first. And then, of course, the Brooklyn Nets received KG, Paul Pierce, Jason Terry, DJ White in the 2017 second. So they're saying that would be the equivalent to if the Clippers and the Grizzlies had a trade. So they said the Clippers will receive Brandon Clark, John Conchar, Vince Williams, Jay Huff, Scottie Pippen Jr., a 26 first, 28 first, 29 first swap, and a 30 first. And then the Grizzlies will receive Kawhi Leonard, James Harden, Patrick Baldwin, and Seth Lundy, and the 26 second.
Yeah, I mean,
so check this out. The Brooklyn Nets acquired Garnett at 37, Pierce at 35 from Boston, along with 2 bench players and a future second. The Nets were coming off of a 49-win season, while Boston entered into a mini rebuild with this deal. Today, if it was similar to Kawhi 34 and Harden 36 in August, heading into the 48-win Grizzlies to team up with Morant and Bane in this in an inter-conference trade. It says much like Boston, the Clippers acquired 5 players, 3 firsts, and pick swaps. Kickstart their rebuild.
I don't even know what we're talking about here. Like, yeah, this is dumb. If if Memphis did something like this, they'd be foolish, just like Boston was before. I mean, not Boston, Brooklyn was before.
That's like, crazy. That's what they saying. They saying Ja Morant and Bane are Darren Williams and Joe Johnson.
Well, Bane not dead. Bane gone.
Well, talk about at that time. Before the trade.
Yeah. Okay, so this was set before the trade. Yeah, bro. And Triple J is what's the name? Is
Brook Lopez.
Brook Lopez, yeah.
I mean,
that's a ugly
Brook
trade.
wasn't a great rebounder either, bro. When he's with he wouldn't get you double. So
he's better than Triple J though. He's better than Triple J though, bro.
Yeah.
He's still getting you like damn near 9 rebounds, something like that. Like,
nah, he would get you like 8.
Triple J is getting you like 5,
like 7.
Nah, I'm kidding.
Dang, he said 5.
He get you like 7. I mean, in crucial situations, he gets you like 5. But
so he said 4.5.
But this is an ugly trade. If this was to happen, you can go past this. This is stupid. It's just dumb.
Okay, check this out, man. This is the last one right here. Got your boy D Book made you look. Listen, this is just like they're saying that the Carmelo Anthony to New York trade. Remember this one? I think everybody remember this one. Shout out to Freezy. Says this is when Denver received Wilson Chandler, Gallinari, Timothy Mozgov, Raymond Felton, the 2012 second, 2013 second, 2014 first, and the 2016 first swap. Okay. The Knicks got Carmelo, Chauncey Billups, Sheldon Williams, Anthony Carter, and Rolando Balkman. So they're saying that would be equal to if the Suns in the Orlando Magic made a trade. So the Suns would get Jonathan Isaac, KCP, Cole Anthony. I don't know who that dude is. Goga. I don't know who that dude is. 26 second, 27 second, 28 first, and then a 30 first swap. So Orlando would get Devin Booker, Damon Lee, Monte Morris, Ty Williams, and Jalen Bridges. I guess, man. So you saying Devin Booker is Carmelo?
I guess you. I mean, I'm doing this. I'm doing this trade on Orlando because who back on the previous Knick team, you had Carmelo and then you had Amari Stoudemire, right? Who was there number 3 at that point? Was it like J.R. Smith?
Yeah, probably like J.R. Smith. Was he on that team?
He came from the Nuggets too, didn't he?
Well, no, they don't have him there.
Later on.
Oh yeah,
he eventually
he did. Yeah, he did. He did come from the Nuggets later on. Yeah.
So was that their third best player though at that point?
Yes.
Is he better than Franz? Franz should be better than J.R. Smith by the end of his career, right?
Yeah.
So I'm making that trade. I know you're losing Jonathan Isaac, but Jonathan Isaac don't play enough, bro. Like at some point you gotta let go of that experiment. You feel me? Like just if somebody can give you value for it, move on. KCP, he was trash. They got rid of him either way, so it didn't even matter. Cole Anthony, same thing. And then you getting rid of 1 first-round pick and you swapping another in them seconds. Who care about them seconds? That's a deal. Orlando, bro. We talking about they got Desmond Bane. You see what they gave up for Desmond Bane? They got this trade done for Devin Booker. Bro, I'd have got the Orlando Magic jersey like tomorrow. They got that done. I'd
you said last year.
Orlando been my pick next year to be the in the finals. I'd have been that high on them if they got Devin Booker.
Hey, I told you too, man. They in the East, so
yeah, that's what I'm saying. The
East is wide open right now. So yeah, I mean, if they could have did that trade, that would have been
That'd been blockbuster. That's what I'm saying. Like Devin Booker would at least been a number 2, if not the number 1, until Paolo is absolute number 2. You feel me? So he got to take the ball and be that guy, and then Franz filling the number 3, and then the rest of the that's a good pickup. They should have got that done. Somebody should have looked at this in Orlando. But I don't think Phoenix would have did it though. I told you I don't think Phoenix want to get rid of Devin Booker. I think they want to keep Devin Booker.
They're trying to get rid of the other 2.
Yeah, they want to get that last swing with Devin Booker. They want to somehow get rid of the other 2 so they can say, "Hey, Devin Booker, we're gonna try one more time before you say you want to leave." Because if they don't get it done, then Devin Booker going to say he want to leave, and they're gonna fail all the way around. So
hold on, ain't Devin Booker 30?
Yeah, he something around there. Ain't he like close? He got 29
close.
maybe because Luka 20.
Yeah.
I think he's like a year or 2 older than Luka. So like he close. He getting up there though. He's been there for some years.
Come on now, just get this. Yeah. We gotta go.
And Devin Booker, championship level player. I don't care. I know we forgetting about him and other guys going up like Devin Booker on that run to the finals and all. Like we give him hell for the Luka thing and all that, but I remember him going to the finals. Like you get him on a team that's a championship level team. Like Devin Booker can win a ring.
All right, man. There's just a few little trades, man. Kind of like I said, I found those online. You ready to get to this next segment, bro? I'm ready for this segment. Oh, somebody gonna definitely have to pause. Well, here we go.
Halliburton has looked awful, and I'm glad he's injured. I'm not saying I'm glad he's injured, but I'm glad we got that as the rationale.
We're going to get to that quote in a minute. Check this out, man. Shout out to Jason Gallagher, man. This is a few couple reactions to, Stephen A. over the last year or so. He put Game 4 of the NBA Finals is tonight, and this is what they post on ESPN. I don't know how many times we talk about that. We talk about them talking about something. You ain't even trying to focus on. This is why the coverage been so trash. This is why people feel like it was kind of boring and all that stuff. He didn't put no effort into trying to cover the finals.
Oh,
right.
Queen just said to me earlier, just a second ago before we got in the house. She said, I feel like this year the finals is like phony. Like nobody cares. I was like, yeah, babe. Because there's no coverage. Like nobody is 2 small market teams and they're not covering them.
They not even trying. That's what I'm saying. Like you just automatically made up in your mind, I don't want to cover this team instead of you doing your job. Go ahead.
Let me ask you this, bro. Let me ask you this crazy question. So how they not gonna cover OKC, but OKC the next dynasty? So what? So is basketball just done? Because if they expect them to be the next dynasty and they're not gonna cover them, then
great question. All right. Check this out too. Stephen A. He calls out Tyrese Halliburton, quote, if he was talking about me, players far more accomplished and more superior have made their efforts trying to call me out. And they got the rest of his blocked out. But this person says, I would like some people on ESPN that cover the NBA without thinking they're the main character of the NBA.
He clown, bro.
Straight clown. And check this out, Ken. This sums it up right here. The NBA doesn't have a Pacer OKC problem. They have a Stephen A. Smith ESPN problem. We said that a million times. We just sit there and talked about it 2 seconds ago. And we talking about the way they're covering the game. You know what I'm saying?
I figured it out, bro. I figured it out finally. I finally figured it out. It hit me like an epiphany. No cassette Michelle. But the reason there's no face of the NBA is because that dude right there think he the face of the NBA. Tell me I'm lying.
So he the face of the NBA with this quote right here for the podcast listener. This is what he said. Halliburton has looked awful, and I'm glad he's injured. That slipped.
Yep.
He didn't mean to say that. Bro, listen, bro. I don't even know where to begin. Stephen A. Smith need to be taken off the air, bro. This is ridiculous, man. I always talked about this before, bro. You constantly, your job is to watch what you see on TV and give folks insight of what they're watching. That's what you're supposed to do.
Yep.
How many times have we seen this man take stuff personal? You're taking stuff personal on live and in living color, on television, national. You're taking stuff and you're making it personal. You're not talking about the game and what happened that night. You're taking stuff personal. As a matter of fact, John Morant tweeted something and he attacked John Morant. John Morant didn't add him. He didn't do none of that. Then on that, you attack him and you threaten him on Twitter. I don't understand. Listen, King, do you have a Stephen A. Smith suit in your closet?
Nah, I don't know.
Do you got some Air Stephen A. Smith on your feet?
Absolutely not.
Do you have a throwback Stephen A. Smith jersey?
I might get one, bro.
So why is this man trying to make this all about him? I'm not walking around with nothing on my body that says your name on it, bro. Nobody's walking around with those Stephen A. Smith sneakers. Nobody walking around with no Stephen A. Smith suit, cufflinks, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, this doesn't make any sense to me, bro. Like, I don't understand why he makes it about him. Nobody cares about you. Nobody cares about you.
Nah, I mean, like, they care, bro. I don't want to say I don't want this dude to get fired. I don't want people to get fired. But ESPN got to take a hard look at themselves, bro, in the mirror and say, hey, man, like, are we going to get ahead of this before we behind it? And Stephen A. Smith going to do them dirty because he's setting himself up to leave. So I hope they're ready for that as well because, like, he got plans. You know what may happen. This is ugly, though, bro. Like, he calling out players. He's bullying players, and then he's, you know, something else, another B word when the players actually step to him and all. Like, I'm tired of seeing this over and over again. This isn't WWE, like I say. Like, bro, what are you cutting promos on folks and talking? This dude is ridiculous.
That's exactly what it seemed too.
So I'm saying he's the face. He's like, so when it's scripted, he can script himself as the face of the league. Like, this dude really thinks he's the face of the NBA. I'm done. I don't have to say anymore. I really believe that now. I really believe he thinks he's the face of the NBA. By the quote he said, what was it? Can you go back? Was it 2 quotes ago or whatever when he said, better people that are better than me or something like that? Was that the one? No, that was this one. If he was talking about me, players far more accomplished and more superior have made their efforts trying to call me out. Who the hell are you, bro? Who the hell are you? And like, what? Like, Tyrese, why don't people understand it? Is Tyrese Halliburton like 35?
I guess so.
He's been in the conference finals more than his boy Joel Embiid. I don't get this dude, bro. I don't get it. I really don't. And he's there. I don't get it, bro. I couldn't work for him. I couldn't work at ESPN. I couldn't get there more than a week. I know I wouldn't be there more than a week if I worked at ESPN. Me and Stephen A. Smith would get into it verbally all the time, man. Pause. I know he may be a good guy behind the scenes and all, but it's hard to see the picture of him as a good guy the way he is, like on the screen. Like, there's no way I could be that way if I was a good guy or whatever, supposedly.
Bro, listen.
Come on, man.
If you gotta change your personality, being either on or off the screen, bro, that's just fake to me, bro.
Then you're not a good guy. Exactly.
Is that like why can't you just be genuine throughout?
Yep. Then either you're genuinely a bad person or you're genuinely not a good guy because you're fake. So either way, you lose. You're right. I agree with you, bro.
Like, and that's like I said with him, like you said, him trying to make everything about him, and ESPN enabled all this. Let's just be real.
Yeah.
They enabled all this. This is why he's got to this point where, like I said, now it's starting to become like a tabloid show on ESPN. It's starting to become like TMZ or something, bro. You always attacking somebody on national television or whatever, right? You're not keeping it to basketball. As a matter of fact, I wish I posted the clip because even Wendy he said, because when he went on his little tirade again, and Wendy was like, well, you know, keeping it basketball, you know, this and that, this and that, and this. And I'm like, well, wow, even I guess Wendy tired of your BS too. It's like, bro, what are you doing? Like, you beefing with everybody. Then, like I said, you acting like you big and bad. When somebody check you in your feelings, and then you're going on a tour for a week, crying and playing victim. Then when somebody else say something, you got to put yourself in the conversation. John Morant didn't tag you and say nothing.
Bro, he should be happy these players are even saying his name. You feel me? Like, he should be, yes, thank you so much, and thanking them and all that. The reason I dislike Stephen A. Smith is because for some reason this brother thinks that, like, I guess he don't think we important as far as the people and as far as the players. Bro, without them players playing basketball, you have no job because nobody would have allowed you to be up there running behind Allen Iverson's behind, or whatever you were trying to do, bro. And then if it wasn't for us watching the TV show, you would not have a job as far as that, because ESPN was going to fire you. Remember that? You always had to call that out. So I'm tired. I don't know why he feels so entitled. Like I don't know what they've done or created, but this dude is beyond a loser. Like I dislike this guy without knowing him, and I'm like, ain't that like a hatred or like that far, but like, bro, like, whew, I really wouldn't like to be around him. And like I said, I do not know him.
Money and power, man. Brings out the truth.
Yeah,
the
bro,
true
he's dirty, bro. Like he
didn't got worse. He didn't got worse. Especially, man, now mind you, he had 2 contract extensions, man. That's like making him the highest T personality in sports.
You know what I hate? You know, I dislike him. I hate to hear brother. That's the part I hate. I hate it. I hate to hear brother. It is what it is. And it's like, bro, I can't stand him. It is what it is. I just can't stand it. I can't stand his opinion on like serious topics and things like that when he can stand up and be a voice. I just can't stand him, bro. He's always just trying to do stuff for clickbait and reactions. It's like, bro, stop being a clown. Like, just stand up and stand up for something. You feel me? But he doesn't. He stands up for himself. He's a loser. So just keep being a loser, bro. And hopefully you run for president and get embarrassed, because you ain't one. You still going to be whatever you are, bro. At the end of the day, remember that. But that is what it is. We can move on to the next subject, bro.
We'll see. Yeah, man. Your boy gonna have to pause, man. But you know that's not gonna happen. He gonna tend to keep running his mouth, but it is what it is, man. But he gonna definitely have to pause. What was that brought to you by, man?
Shout out to Playback, bro.
Thank you to our friends over at Playback for this segment. Pause. If you're tired of the national media and the annoying ways they sometimes cover sports and other events, give the Glow Sun Production channel on Playback a try. We cover new and old school basketball, wrestling, and geek culture. And just recently, we've added boxing, mixed martial arts, anime, and even video gaming. So if you have time in your busy day, give our channel on Playback a look and check out some of our replays while you're at it. Another special shout out to our favorite at Playback. Back to the show.
Boy, you celebrating because a dude got injured, bro. That's the lowest of the lows right there, bro. You, as you always say, it's a dirty dude right there, man.
Yeah, dirty dude.
That's crazy, man. But
he got caught. He got caught, just like shout out to Michelle Beadle and all that.
I knew you gonna bring it.
Yep, you already knew it. He got caught. He was saying something. He was thinking out loud, and he said, "Oh man," and got caught. That's why he if he didn't really mean it, he wouldn't have switched it up, because he wouldn't realize he was saying it. You understand what I'm saying? Like, usually when you get caught in that, it's like, oh man, I said it. I thought I said this. My bad. But like when he knew he said it out loud, he's like, oh my bad. It's like, yeah, you said something you weren't supposed to say out loud. But it is what it is. He got caught.
Facts. All right, man. Let's get to these questions and comments, man. Listen, if y'all guys got any questions or any comments addressing me and King here on the panel, we ask you here with the C, N as in Nancy, C in front of your question or your comment, y'all. Please put C and C in front of your question or your comment. We ask you to be respectful in the comment section, and we also take on super chats first. So if any super chats come in, we'll address those first. All right, King, let's get to it, man. Questions and comments.
Sponsored by True Classic.
The most interesting customer came into True Classic today. A young man came in right when the doors opened and said he had a job interview in just 30 minutes. The challenge, or so he thought, he had about $150 to work with. Now, in most places, that's a fancy shirt, maybe some nice socks. But at True Classic, when you add more, you save more. So not only did I set him up with a pair of our 4-way stretch chinos, not only did I set him up with one of our white button-down shirts, I even helped him complete the look with one of our coach's jackets. All for just $130. So he found his fit, looked great for his interview, and I'm pretty sure he got the job too. That's true value.
All right.
Yeah, let's get to it.
What up, Pasquale? He's a Glow Yard member. He said it's a win-win for Stephen A. Smith. Either not fired and dominates the sensationalism on ESPN, or gets fired and plays a victim. Lots of avenues outside of legacy media now. Facts, Pasquale.
Yeah, because he get fired, he definitely gonna get picked up by somebody.
Yeah, you know that absolutely. He gonna be on Fox News. What up, Rob? What up, Rob? He said, "What's good, fellas? What's good?
What up, man? What up?
He said, He said, nah, to that trade, Desmond Bain short T arms ain't equivalent to any of that. LOL. And he said, Trae Young just got to cut that hair. Let it go, bro. One of these days, man, Trae going to let it go. He's going to be bald. Trae going to be a beast when he bald. Pause. Let's see.
Jordan-esque.
Yeah. He said, Rob going off. He said Chris Humphrey said Kim Kardashian, so he was a man back in the day. Shout out to Queen. That's what I always tell Rel, that she thought it was Blake Griffin.
Mm-hmm. Oh, Blake.
Babe says, shout out to Queen. She says, throw a like on the video while you're here. Please, and we appreciate you.
Yes.
Let's see. Shout out to L. She's a Glow Yard member. She said Goga B was in a resurgence this season. Don't be disrespecting. Is he from Slovenia? L. I think I know who he's talking about. I know the guy. I can see his jersey and all that. But Rel, I don't even know that guy. He don't be on anybody, man. Rel like Charles Barkley. She also says, I'm hoping Franz and Mortis, along with Banchero, can get going this next season. I really wanted Luka there, but not with the $10 billion buyout of the Fakers. Lakers. Ha ha ha. Yeah. Shout out. I sent that to Rel in the group and all that. You don't leave the Lakers, and they just got the Dodgers owner as well. And
we know they're doing over there with the Dodgers.
Yep. They're about to spend some money over there. So shout out to Luka. They probably had that conversation with him. Like I told everybody, we gotta get it together because things about to change. And they're going to get him a team, hopefully. So we'll see. Rob says OKC is born. Facts. That's Rob's favorite team, favorite city.
Hold on, Rob. You don't like when they do all the barking and they doing the group huddles on the interviews at the end of games? You don't like that?
That ain't your favorite city though, Rob? You don't like going there for breakfast, eating pancakes?
Oh, I'm moving there tomorrow.
Got you. He also says Shay's accent doesn't make him mainstream. Real talk. Yeah, I think. He better win this. He really got to win this to even be relevant because they're gonna destroy him if he doesn't. I just said. I asked earlier. They are, but like I asked you earlier, they're not gonna destroy him the way. Like I asked you earlier, though, if OKC is supposed to be that dynasty, then the NBA has to cover them, right? If they aren't covering them, they really don't want him to be that dynasty. You feel what I'm saying? Like, this is just a filler. Because if it was, you would be – if Ant was there right now, Ant in Minnesota, would it be born?
Why they been hyping it up and defending him all year?
I told you, it doesn't make sense, bro. It's ESPN. Think about it, though. If Ant was there right now, Ant's in Minnesota. Ant is in Minnesota right now. Would it be this born?
Nope.
No, it wouldn't. That's what I'm saying to you. They don't want Shea to be that guy. He just – Shea, he's Luka's placeholder. I've always told you that. Rob says Shea's from Canada. A lot of people don't know that until now. They better know he over there playing for the Olympics. Didn't he get the silver medal last year?
Yeah.
Canada got silver, right?
I think they got silver, yeah.
Rob also says that Stephen A. Smith, he's a miserable old man and so arrogant and cocky, but nobody cares. Yeah, ESPN gets paid. They don't care. Man, rest in peace to Scott, man.
What they say, good
bad publicity is still good publicity.
Yeah,
better than no publicity. Pasquale says, is it a Stephen A. Smith problem or an ESPN problem? ESPN fired so many folks, but he has been untouchable, contract expanded. It's ESPN. Starts at the top. He's a representation of them.
Yep, like I said, he's the one. They're the one who allowed all this to happen. Like you said, Pasquale, you fired, guys who are qualified to be in that position. You fired them, and then you gave, Kendrick Perkins and Stephen A. Smith contract extensions. So yeah, they know what they're doing.
But I told you, I don't think they're paying attention though, because I think he's a rat. And I told you behind his back, he's doing a whole bunch of stuff. He'd have been saying what he want to do, his next moves. He want to do this and that. If ESPN starts going downhill, he gonna run away so fast.
Bro, it's not about paying attention because a lot of people outside of ESPN that know this guy who worked with him when they were at ESPN has said this stuff before.
Yeah, you're right. You are 100% right.
As a matter of fact, I was listening to somebody yesterday. Who was I listening to? And they brought that up. They said they could see him trying to, get his own. Oh, it was it Nick Wright? It might have been Nick Wright.
Was it Nick or Dan Lebitard?
I've been that white Dan yesterday. I can't remember, but it was some. I did watch a video and he brought that up about Stephen A. Smith. And like I said, I'm not surprised. Well, I wouldn't be surprised to say.
Rob says My brother used to do security for him back in the day on the Stephen A. Smith show. That's actually back when I liked Stephen A. Smith. The Stephen A. Smith show. I thought he was just keeping it real back then. He was kind of like the black Jim Rome in a way back then. But he always copying people. How about that? But he said Stephen A. Smith showed that he used to have and told me all about him and that he's a diva.
So you telling me once again, somebody changes stuff up for reasons.
Not real, huh? He's phony. He's fake.
Let me get this super chat. Shout out to Bro Law. He's a Glow Yard member, $9.99. He says, "What up, fellas? Firing Stephen A. Smith will make the voice louder." Yeah, that's what Pasquale was saying. Like, it's not going to really. He's just going to find another network. Somebody will scoop him up. Matter of fact, he just signed with Sirius.
Yeah.
So
it's the way to. This is one way to destroy folks now, bro, and it sucks because I don't want to wish that on nobody, but you got to wish scandals, bro. That's all you need, scandals, bro. It is what it is. Scandals are what ends people. That's it. Like, if it ain't no scandal, then they got a voice. They just got a voice for it. You get a cult of negative people. Everybody isn't a good person. You feel me? And there are a lot of people, we see them all the time, people that just jump in the comments and all that want to be Stephen A. Smiths. He has his group of people that will continue to watch him because they want to be like Stephen A. Smith. So it is what it is. Let's see, what was that? I lost my place, bro. He said, I remember. Pasquale says, how long does LeBron remain in the league, retiring a Laker? Yeah, I think he
probably. I think this year. Yeah, I think this is the last year.
I say 2 more at the most. I think 2 more at the most, but I wouldn't be surprised if this year. I would possibly bet on this year, but 2 more if he wants to play with Bryce, because I think he needs 2 more if he wants to try to play one with Bryce. Well, not with him, but in the league with him.
In the league with him,
yeah. Johnny B, what up? He's a Glow Yard member. He says Stephen A. Smith is the Wendy Williams of sports TV, loud, annoying, and uninformative. # fire that clown. I mean, I don't gotta say nothing, Johnny B. When you on, Johnny B. Pause, you on, man.
I can't disagree with that, bro.
Al says Goga Bitats is from Georgia. Okay, he's from Georgia. He's over in the Balkans. All right, over there near Turkey and Greece and all that. Animaniacs. Let's see, Johnny B. also says, have I really been gone that long? Does Relle have on a Lakers jersey? That's an old school Lakers jersey, Johnny B. It's Kobe. It's Kobe.
Bro, you ain't never seen me wear a Kobe, bro.
Yeah, come on, man. Y'all be acting like that. I told y'all, when folks be saying you be having other jerseys, I'm like, bro, why do I gotta have all Dallas Maverick jerseys? Do everybody have? So you, Johnny B, before we leave, Johnny B, L, Rob, even you, Pasquale, y'all only have jerseys for your team? Like, you only have jerseys for the Mavericks, or you don't have Jordan jerseys or nothing like that?
LeBron, because you a LeBron fan, like, Johnny B. You don't have a LeBron, nothing?
Like, you didn't have a Kyrie jersey before then or nothing like that? Like, you just get Maverick jerseys? I've never just gotten Maverick jerseys, ever. Even I've always loved the game, and there's other players.
Exactly. I've been getting jerseys my whole life, man.
Yeah, Grant Hills when I was a kid and all that, bro, like on the Pistons and all that. Like, I've never been just like a one team.
I told you I wanted that Penny Hardaway blue Orlando jersey. Yeah. My grandma bought for me, and she took it back. My mom was complaining about how big it was, and then she got me the Shaq one or whatever. So I ended up getting the Shaq blue jersey.
Bro, I used to have a throwback Tracy McGrady and Kobe Bryant high school jersey, but it was like a size 60 though, bro. I told you back when I used to wear them. Shout out to my cousin, man. She gave them to me, but we used to wear them.
You got the burgundy, the burgundy one.
No, the Kobe, the Kobe was the Kobe one I had was both of them was white actually. T Max was like white, blue, and yellow. I want to say it was a longest time. I was in high school when I had these, and Kobe's is white and burgundy.
That sounded like you said the T Mac one. That sounded like Jordans.
Yeah,
high school. Do they sell Jordan high school?
Jordan, I wouldn't see why Jordan wouldn't, but I have never seen it though. I don't think
they be having the high school color Jordans. I know they had them 14, them low joints.
Actually, now you said so. I want the Jordan UNC.
So I got the white
showing off. Look at you. I want the blue Johnny B also says,
I do want the blue one though.
I only got Mavs jerseys. I have other teams' apparel, though, hats and hoodies. Okay. Pasquale says, I remember the respect ESPN received for their sports coverage, performance stats, and some narrative. Now it's all narrative and drama with stats to support their narrative. Let me ask you a question, bro. Do they still win? The ESPN still win awards?
I have no idea. You guys are wrong.
I don't even, you know how usually you promote when you win awards. I don't hear ESPN promoting that they win awards anymore, so I don't think they are. Let me get through a couple more so we can get to the ending before an hour. L says, I have a Sean Kemp jersey. Look at you showing off. Which one? It better be Seattle. L.
I'm getting that one. I already told King I'm getting that one.
Told you I might get that. I think I'm gonna get that Kevin Durant. Why don't you get that Kevin Durant Texas?
Oh, almost did.
Almost did.
The orange one that had the KD sign on it. Remember he sponsors Texas now. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Reg says LeBron Cavs jersey, Carmelo Anthony, Penny Hardaway, Tim Duncan, Wake Forest jersey, Dennis Rodman Mavs jersey.
Ooh.
Hey, that Dennis Rodman Mavs jersey. I want that. I might have to get that from you, cuz. And
because I got you that Dirk too, bro. No, Luke.
And Rob says I did wear other people's jersey when I was younger, LOL. So I still wear them, y'all. I ain't gonna front. Like I like the special jerseys and all that.
Yeah, the Michelinesses.
Yeah,
love them joints. Let's see. She said she got the
Seattle.
Yeah, I'm about to say yeah.
And he said Raptors old jerseys. I got the Vince Carter. Raptor one. I want the other one though. The one after that was like black and purple. Black on purple on the front and black on the back. I think it was.
Never mind. I knew something, but yeah, I was thinking of one I saw the other day. Not the other day, but a while back, I seen at Fans sell jerseys. This is where I got a lot of my jerseys from. The one here, not too far from the house. That dude in there, the dude that run that Fans, man. If you go in there, it's like every time he see me, man, he want to start talking about something. He always want to try to teach me something about old school, anything old school sports related. It'd be anything. You're like, you ever heard of Rolando Blackman? Yes.
Like no, never. Well, let me run through these, bro. You trying to get
overtime.
Go Rob says Mulberry, Minnesota jersey and Jordan 45 jersey and Reggie Miller 31 jersey, but now only BK Nets jersey. I feel you.
Hold on, Rob. You got the pinstripe, Reggie.
Johnny B says it's crazy because Stephen A. Smith really thinks he pumps fear in players. Like they should be worried about what they say to him. And shout out to Latte. He's a Glow Yard member. He says, shout out to King, Ron Killings MVP. Shout out to Ron the Truth Killings for following the channel. We'll get more into that when we get to the end. Appreciate you though, Latte. And also, hold on. Rob says Ron Killings is driving the bus now and probably will win the title. I didn't know y'all do wrestling too. Yes, sir, Rob. We're gonna talk about it then.
Yes, sir, man. Yeah, and shout out to Ron, man. I know he one of our new followers, man. Shout out to him.
Oh yeah, man. Ron Killings followed the show.
Yes, sir. Listen, y'all. We're definitely glad y'all are here, man. Like I said, once again, rocking with your boys, man, for another episode, man. Listen, if you're into NBA content, guys, whether it be new or old, please do us a huge favor. Hit that subscribe button if you're new to the channel. Also, too, everybody get them likes up for us tonight, man. We appreciate the activity today, man. We definitely appreciate it. Also, too, man, if you guys want to become a member of the channel, simply hit that join button right there next to the subscribe button. Follow us here, man. We have shows every Friday mornings for the members. So we will have a show this Friday morning, y'all. So shout out to the members of the channel. Also, too, guys, follow us on our other channel, Cap and Crown Clips. That's where we're going to post the shorter versions of the show over there, man. So we're definitely trying to grow that channel, too. That would definitely be much appreciated if y'all guys can follow us over there. Also, too, follow me on my other channel, man, Cuz We Geeks, where we talk about all things in the geek culture involving movies and television, man. Man, we got a good show coming up Saturday. Man, shout out to BA, shout out to Because Will, shout out to Big J, man. We're going to have a good one on Saturdays. So join us there Saturday morning on Cuz We Geeked. We will be having a morning show, guys. We usually do our shows Saturday mornings for Cuz We Geeked. Tuesday evenings for the shows, and then Saturday mornings for the shows. So we will have a show Saturday morning, man. It's going to be a good one. A lot to cover, man. A lot of DC news, a lot of Marvel news. I think some Star Wars news released. I think BA sent us something. I can't remember, but yeah, it's a lot of news that dropped. So we'll be talking about that on Saturday.
Yeah, Star Wars.
King, is there anything else, man?
Share, and more share, guys. A like is the equivalent of a share. Help us, I guess, help Cuz We Geek get to their first 500. Help us get to our first 5,000 over here. Also, shoot, wrong thing. Follow me on my other channel, We Talk Combats, where we talk all things combat, sports, and entertainment. That was shout out to Rob. I'm sorry, I clicked the wrong button. But that's where we talk WWE. We had an awesome show. Shout out to Ron Killings, a.k.a. R-Truth, for giving the show a follow on Twitter today and reposting one of our tweets as well. So follow us everywhere, man. Follow the show. Help us get to our first 500 over there. And let's keep rocking for y'all, man. We got this content coming out for y'all over and over again. These bangers. Let's go, bro.
Yes, sir. Listen, while you got Ron Killings following you, but my play step cousin follow us. So
hey, I'm sorry.
But listen, yeah, we'll be back here, members. We'll be back here on Friday, man. We'll see you Friday. Everybody else, we'll see you on Monday, man. Like I said, like, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and everybody, if you want to become a member, hit that join button, man. With all that being said, man, y'all already know.
No.
Mm-hmm.
Cap
Cap and crown.